Several studies have indicated that men who are deprived sexually within their marital relationships are more prone to cheating than the ones who are fulfilled within their marital relationships. Hello, friends. This is Stella Sanobokelo, welcoming you again to the Family Enrichment Hub. Thank you for the lovely comments that I receive on a weekly basis. And for those of us who are new to this channel, kindly click the subscribe button and let's contribute to the moving of this channel to another level. Today, I want to be speaking about how sexual deprivation can actually affect our marriages. Studies further indicate that men think about sex 20 to 33 times in a day, while women do so a few times in a week, and for others, a few times within the month. Dr. James Dobson, a family coach, also tells us that every 72 hours, there is an accumulated buildup of semen within the males, which of necessity demands a release through sexual experience with their partners. A story is told of a couple where the lady did a beautiful job in ensuring that she provided 3 beautiful meals a day for her husband. She also did the laundry on a daily basis and ensured the neatness and order within the home. The home was extremely sparkling and clean. And unknown to her, her husband was not fulfilled. So one day he told her that he was not feeling like she loved him enough and he did the right way. And the lady was so bewildered because according to her, she was really putting in and doing her very best as a wife in doing the house chores. And the husband told her that there was a gap, there was a need. He felt a sense of his sexual needs were not being properly met by his wife. And unknown to the wife, for her she thought by meeting the needs of the home, that was enough for her to maintain a marriage. Another story is told of a couple where the man had an unusually high sex drive, and this man always demanded sex from his wife, and the wife felt she could not match up to the libido of the husband. So to solve this problem, this wife decided that she needed to go and see their spiritual leader and address this problem to drive out the demons that were disturbing her husband. So they agreed and went to see their spiritual leader. So when she explained the problem that she was experiencing to their spiritual leader, the spiritual leader told her that, Madam, I actually have the same problem. This is just to underscore the fact that sex is a normal and a natural part of the human experience, and nobody should be meant to feel abnormal when they demand and desire sexual fulfillment from their partner. Another family coach paints a very beautiful picture when he compares sex within marriage to a professional relationship where somebody gets a job and is exchanging their time for money, for a salary at the end of the month. Now, every month, this person earns a salary. Now, just imagine the employer waking up one day and they just stop paying the salary of this person. What would happen to this person? Would they remain motivated? Would they still have a drive to continue going to work when clearly the employer has not explained any reason why he has stopped paying the salary? If you're like me, probably you also wouldn't, because the drive and the motivation to go to work has been cut out. So this coach relates this to a marital relationship, and he says when you enter marriage, you have signed up to become the source of sexual fulfillment for your partner. And so when you deprive your partner of this sexual experience between the two of you, you are like the employer who suddenly stops remitting the salary of his employee who has delivered on their work. So friends, sex is an integral part of any marriage. In fact, it's one of the most important aspects within any marriage. Dr. Miles Monroe paints for us another beautiful picture, and he uses the analogy of a car. He says for your car to function and serve you well, it needs fuel. But do you love the experience and the smell of fuel? Probably not. But for your car to function and serve you well, you need to fuel it. So you'll go to the petrol station and fuel your car so that it can be able to deliver on the mandate that you expect of it. And it says this is the principle that applies even within our marriages. Dr. Miles Monroe says, for your marriage to work, you must be sensitive to the needs of your spouse. You must understand that your spouse needs sexual fulfillment, and that sexual fulfillment comes from you. So be ready and be available to provide that fulfillment. Friends, what happens when you deprive your partner of sexual fulfillment within your marriage? You're going to have issues of resentment. Your partner will, of necessity, resent you. And like research has indicated, every 72 hours, there is a buildup of semen within the males that requires to be released through a sexual experience. So imagine depriving your partner of that experience of releasing this buildup that is within them. You're going to compromise the health of your partner, because studies have also indicated that men who have regular sexual experiences are able to mitigate the risk of contracting prostate cancer, because their prostate is functioning well. It is being given an opportunity to have a release. And so when you deny your partner that experience, you're exposing them to the risk of acquiring prostate cancer. You're going to run a risk of your partner bringing in a dangerous substitute into your marriage. Because like we've said, sex is a normal and a natural part of the human experience. So for you to deprive your partner of this sexual experience, you're actually opening a door for issues of infidelity or issues of affairs. You're going to cause your partner to cheat. You're going to bring in issues of separation and divorce within your relationship. Your partner is going to resent you. And every time that you deprive your partner of sexual fulfillment, they feel a sense of rejection. They feel a sense of they are unwanted. We are talking about self-esteem issues. You're going to debilitate the self-confidence of your partner just because you're withholding something which is a right within your marriage. This is how sexual deprivation will actually affect your relationship. Allow me share some further insights with regard to sex within our marriages. Sex is not just a physical activity, but it is a holistic experience that people go through when they perform sexual activities within their marriages. We are told by the medical team, by the medics, that during the sexual experience, the feel-good hormones called endorphins are released. And these endorphins are responsible for the alleviation of stress within the human body. So when you give your partner sexual fulfillment, you're not just giving them pleasure, but you're also helping them to relieve the stress that is accumulated within the body. And in that way, you're participating in ensuring that your partner is working properly. They are in a sound state of health. Another thing we need to appreciate, friends, the Bible teaches us in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 from verse 1 to 5. It's a beautiful text which talks about our duties and responsibilities within our marriage. And the Bible tells us that when you get married, you have an obligation as a husband to meet to your wife. And likewise, the wife, you have marital obligations that you're supposed to deliver to your husband. And therefore, your body does not belong to you as a husband. It belongs to your wife. And likewise, the wife, your body does not belong to you, but it belongs to your husband. So basing on that, do not deprive one another. That is the standard of the Bible, friends. Never use sex as a weapon and as a tool of manipulation and control towards your partner. And do not use it in exchange for gifts. You are not a prostitute. When you sign up for marriage, you have surrendered your body for the fulfillment of your partner. Another thing we need to appreciate, friends, is that sex and intimacy is a defining ingredient of any marital and romantic relationship. Therefore, when you're entering marriage, understand that sex has to be a priority over many other things that you're going to do. Also, what we need to know is that marriage is honorable and the marriage bed must be kept undefiled. You keep your marriage undefiled and pure when you understand the sexual needs of your partner and be able to meet and fulfill them whenever the need arises. Don't leave your spouse to beg for something which is normal, which is natural to them. Sex is a normal part of the human experience. And so you must have a sign on you as a partner that you're always available, you're always ready, and you're always open for your partner's sexual fulfillment. Don't treat sex as another chore, but use it as an avenue to honor, to love, and to adore your spouse. Friends, as I conclude, Dr. Miles Monroe tells us that a good marriage is built on a man who understands the sensitivity of his wife and on a woman who understands the sexual needs of her husband. Do not deny one another. Do not open the door for the devil to come in and ravage your marriage by way of depriving one another sexual fulfillment. Because when you sign up for marriage, you have signed up to become the source of sexual fulfillment for your partner. Thank you, friends, for listening in. God bless you. Catch you next week. Bye.